Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 2 of this best of 3, Navi Veneer versus Winstrike. Game number 1 saw Winstrike get off on a bad foot. Navi took the early lead, but with the silent Terrorblade, they managed to fight themselves back into the game, even going 2 racks up at about the 40 minutes mark. But after taking one bad fight, they forced all their buybacks on the side of Winstrike, and Navi won a second fight, and with no buybacks, you can't defend your base. So, game number 2. I don't think I have a YouTube command just yet, Eridin, but it is below. It's like the big subscribe button. I will be uploading, all the VODs from today. I split them up and sort it out
10 seconds
so you know what game you're watching. Anyway, let's have a look at this draft. Look at this. They even ban out the Nature's Prophet first. These are really interesting bans because you've left in things like the Grimstroke, the Beastmaster again, the Tiny if they want it. Yeah, you've got Tiny, you have Grimstroke, you have Centaur, you have Elder Titan. These bans are really interesting from the side of Navi. They just didn't like playing against that Nature's Prophet as well as the Keeper of the Light, it seems.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
I love how everyone's claiming to be my first. I'll see if there's any way for me to check who it was. And they take the Sven Grimstroke, so... Okay, so yeah, I was going to say this. They picked up the Sven, so they insta-picked the Oracle. The first skill of the Oracle, the Fortune's End, allows you to dispel off that Warcry, which is honestly one of the main reasons Sven is being picked right now. So that's a, instant counter pick to the Sven there in that Oracle. They knew what they were doing, Navi, leaving the Sven inside the pool. But I do still love this combination. Sven, he gets the stun with the Storm Hammer. You surge him in. He's moving already fast due to his Warcry, as well as Inkswell, and it's so powerful.
Team ban.
Anyway, let's have a look at these stage 2 bans. The Troll Warlord. This is interesting. They banned this against Winstrike last time. I guess they just really enjoy playing it. As well as the Earth Spirit. I mean, we saw Chu get a lot of kills and do a lot of work on his Earth Spirit. I think that makes a lot of sense. A good 4 position to ban out versus him. But as time ticks down, Navi, what do they not want to be partnered with this Sven, with this Grimstroke? There's lots of... The 4 positions seem to be what's really needed here, I think. The Tiny, actually. The Tiny, it's really curious. He either gets first picked or banned out, so I'm very surprised no one's picked him up yet. I think that's a great pick for either team.
Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Okay, so they ban out the Huskar as well as the Pugner. We saw this. They just don't want to play against this Huskar. And Iceberg's Pugner, he played an amazing last game. He did so much work and almost managed to seal it out for the side of Winstrike with his amazing Pugner play. Beating a lone Druid mid, something we did not think was possible.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Phantom Assassin.
But with the PA picked up. Okay, this is actually really curious. The Phantom Assassin, they don't have any minus armor. That's very early pickup. Magnus is still in the pool. So I'm curious if Navi are going to do anything about that Magnus. Because Winstrike could run it as a 4 position. Oh, worth pointing out is I said the Tiny. I think either Tiny or Rubik, great 4 positions. But you can also think about your harder carry versus this Phantom Assassin. But no, they do go for the Tiny. I think that's great versus PA. The magic burst damage as well as the control. you know, with the Beastmaster, they will be able to eliminate this PA easily. So I think that's a 4-position Tiny. So the side of Winstrike, depending if this is a, you know, a 4 or an offlane Sven, they either need an offlaner, like Centaur or Doom could be good. Or they might pick up another support, like let's say the Rubric. I think those are some of my top picks. No, how could we forget Elder Titan? He made it all the way through to round 2.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Navi, they're starting to eat into their reserve time. They might pick up their carry here. The Elder Titan, it stops you picking something like a Terrorblade. Especially Terrorblade Elder Titan into the PA. It's not something you want. I also don't think Medusa's great here. So they're taking their mid Timbersaw. Okay, that's also great versus the Phantom Assassin. You have that magic and pure damage. But this PA is going to have a very tough game. At least in the early stages.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so let's have a look at these final bans. So some sort of carry who does well versus PA. Who's a physical plus magic damage? The Juggernaut. So I think you ban out Juggernaut maybe? Or Morphling.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, so they do ban the Juggernaut. I was right about that ban. So I think Navi might take Crystallized Morphling or Crystallized Slark. It's one of the others. It's either Crystallized Morphling or Crystallized Slark, I think. It's a nice ban of the OD versus the Timbersaw, I think, also as well. Because OD is one of the few people who can lane well versus the Timbersaw.
Dire team pick.
And it is the Crystallized Slark. So yeah, I like Slark because, you know, he has magic damage. He's a natural Silver Edge builder. So he kills the PA decently in the early game. And I think, you know, as the game goes later, you know, he can just eliminate that Phantom Assassin as long as he doesn't get critted down. So I think they've countered the PA through, you know, about, say, the 30-minute mark. But after that, I think she will come online. Now, let's see what are Winstrike thinking about their mid lane hero. Someone who can lane well versus the Timbersaw. Timbersaw, obviously an absolute lane bully. Maybe someone who, you know, magic damage. Maybe like a Zeus or something. Skyroth. Okay, okay. That's a mid Skyroth, right? Yeah. It's a mid Skyroth on Iceberg. Okay, boys. Okay, so who do we think is going to win this game? I personally like the draft of Navi a lot. I think they're going to have, you know, damage issues versus that Timbersaw. And they just have really good control as well as burst damage for the side of Navi.
10 seconds
However, feel free to disagree with me. Tell me if you think Winstrike are going to win and why in the chat. Okay, as we wait for the game to load in. We get to look at these glorious cosmetics here on Iceberg. As well as PA has the nice mantle, the ultra rare from the last PI Battle Pass. But Crystallized Thought, last game, I mean, he just carried it for them, didn't he? He might have had one bad fight, but, you know, he managed to press his ulti in the rest of the fights, and that just carried them. Able to eliminate that Terrorblade with the MKB. But maybe Silent could do, you know, not die as much last time. Let's go Liquid. All those buffs from Timber and Beast, yeah, that's true. Okay, guys. We're getting into this game. Okay, so Blizzy, back on his Beastmaster. He won the early laning phase last time, but fell off a bit in the mid game. They did finally manage to get some clutch rules as the game went on. So, Tiny, he actually hasn't leveled his tree grab. This is what we usually see Tiny's no matter what, level the tree grab and just grab a tree. Saneko, he has his Fortune's End. He knows that's what he wanted. And they're just sitting in the tree here. The Hawk. Where is this Beastmaster's Hawk at? He has it off cooldown. But they're just controlling this rune. They know what's happening from the side of Winstrike. It looks like no one's going to be baited into that first blood. And worth pointing out, look at these lanes. It's Crystallized mid and the Timber bottom. So it looks like Navi, they want the Skywrath versus the Slark matchup. The Timber versus the PA matchup, I guess. Really interesting there from Navi. I mean, I never said what lanes, I just said who would be playing the heroes. We all got it right. Anyway, Oracle, he's over here. It looks like he's just there to harass Iceberg before he gets a lot of farm. Well, he has already 3 Mantles of Intelligence. I expect to see a bunch of Null Talismans out on this guy. So they're leaving the Timber by himself. And they're actually dual laning the Skywrath. But look at this, setting up behind. So Silent, he's rotating in because they want to swap lanes. And while they're doing that, they're going to try and get a kill. But the Stroke of Fate is actually leveled up for Misha. Not the best kill when you're trying to... Not the best skill when you're trying to get kills. And look at this. PA versus Slark and Iceberg. He's going to lane up versus this Timbersaw now. And all this has left Blizzy by himself in the top lane versus Non-Crata. So, musical lanes. That's what we love seeing. So, Timbersaw will probably need to build quite an early pipe versus this Brass, I think. And they're actually leaving Silent by himself. Versus Saneko, as well as Crystallize. It's worth looking at how Magical does here in this bottom lane. He has his point in the reactive armor. Yamich, he's taking a lot of damage here from this Timbersaw. He needs to be careful and respect the man with the whirling chains. Crystallize has his stick. He had it for the Skywrath. He has it for the PA. And on this top lane, they do have Chew now. And we saw him just flinging that tree at Non-Crata, zoning him away from the creep wave. So channeling the Fortune's End onto Yamich. And Magical, does he think he can do this? They're trying to get the body blocks with the illusions, but unfortunately, they don't manage to get in front of him. And this has allowed Iceberg to recover. You can see in the CS, he's second in the net worth. Finishing off his nulls. Non-Crata out of regeneration now. So Chu has no mana for his Avalanche, but he does have 2 mangoes if he wants to use them. Magical getting so low from this damage from Iceberg, and if with the Stomp, doesn't even need the Stomp, just the concussive shot, Arcane Bolt, spam. Iceberg getting first blood on this bottom lane versus the Timbersaw. Now we see why Winstrike definitely wanted that matchup. And now Misha scouted out by Chu. It looks like you're not going to get to top lane without taking some harass. And Magical, he's back here, but Iceberg, you know, he hasn't got any less scary. He has 2 Null Talismans online. And remember, it's worth noting, as Natural Order gets leveled higher, there'll be even more magical damage on Iceberg over here. So Neko, he does have the Purifying Flames. I missed a kill in the top lane, actually. Nisha and the Tiny onto this Beastmaster, but let's see, are they able to kill Magical again? He needs one more. He pops the Mango. He'll definitely be able to kill Saneko. Magical is healing up. They cancel his salve, but he'll get the kill on Yamich. So a 1-for-1 here in this bottom lane. But Blizzy, he's back into this lane after taking a tumble to that Sven and this Grimstroke. He's trying to pair up with Silent depending on what rune they get here, and actually healing up his own Silent. Double damage here onto Chu. With this, are they going to be able to kill bottom? Magical, there is a bottle on this Iceberg. Skyroth Mage, he's doing so much damage with every single Arcane Bolt, every single concussive shot. But now they're trying to chase him away. The Avalanche does catch on to him, as well as the Purifying Flames. And thanks to that, he goes down just to the Whirling Death. The Stomp isn't going to be enough to allow them to escape. It's not. They toss forward the Timbersaw, and he's caught in by that Fortune's End. And the Whirling Death chopping down trees, making it pure damage. And that's going to be a 2-for-0 in this bottom lane. But with the rotation of Silent top, as well as Misha, they did manage to kill Blizzy again. That's 2 deaths for this Beastmaster. So Iceberg, he's back to the mid lane. Wow, this is these lanes. It's so unpredictable where anyone is. It looks like PA having a bad time middle. He's decided to finally go top where, you know, we would have thought he originally started. But Crystallize, he's going to get a fast level 6, which will allow him to deal with this Skyroth harass with ease. And it looks like they're matching up the Sven versus the Timbersaw. I mean, once Timbersaw hits level 6, he'll be able to kill the Sven, I think. He's already got 15 sacks of reactive, and so he's just tanking that tower just fine. Iceberg, all the mana in the world, just destroying Clarities here on Crystallize. He really needs his level 6 so that he's able to stay in this lane in peace, but Tiny sitting here on this high ground. But Yamich, she's hiding in the trees when they try to go on Iceberg. They will counter-initiate. But Crystallize, he's taking so much damage, but now channeling the Fortune's End, as well as the Purifying Flames. They eat the Avalanche. They toss him back onto Crystallize, but he's taking a lot of damage here. But they are able to kill him with that Purifying Flames. And that's the first stolen agility here for Crystallize. This Elder Titan Yamich was not able to save his Skyroth. That toss back really heads up play there by Chu. Worth noting that Non-Grata, realizing he can't fight up against this Timbersaw, is actually just cutting the waves on the way to his Vlads and farming the jungle. Crystallize. Already at half health after taking a few nukes, but in this top lane, they really want this Silent PA tossed in the air. He eats the Purifying Flames. He is healing, but no, he goes down to Blizzy. So this ganking duo of Saneko and Chu doing work all across the map.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like Timbersaw and Slark, they're all sharing in this fountain regen. Is there a smoke? No smoke, but it looks like they want Non-Grata. They do have level 6 on Magical. And look at that, channeling it, waiting for him to waste the Warcry. They instantly purge it off, and that's a second stack of agility for this Crystallized Slark. And with that, he gets his level 6, so he's happy to stay in the mid lane. Actually, Avalanche Chu, he's back in again. They get the pounce. Iceberg, I don't think you're long for this. Well, but actually, they do get the stop. Yamich, he's going forward now with that Inkswell. They do actually get the kill onto Slark. They just didn't have enough to burst down Iceberg. That stomp coming out just in time. saving the life of Iceberg and killing off the Slok. What is this Phantom Assassin building? She's just working towards her treads. Hasn't decided whether she wants the Rush Battle Fury or the Desolator quite yet. So Misha over here, he's gone behind the back. Blizzy, silent stop, and PA leaps in as well as the Inkswell. I think this is going to be an easy kill here onto Blizzy. They're using off the stomp, and Yamich steals the kill with that stomp damage. But yeah, this is the combination we expected. Misha with this PA. They have the Inkswell as well as the Phantom Strike, so you just can't escape from him. And Timbersaw actually in the trees over here, but he's TP away just in time. And the Sven not in place for the stun. Taneko. Look at this. He already has the Fate's Edict leveled at level 4, so he takes 0 magical damage. That will allow them to save anyone from the burst here from Iceberg. Has his 3 null talismans, building his arcane boots next. He needs to be careful. Fate's Edict is on cooldown after I just talked about it. And I think Taneko is going to... No, luckily just in time, but Iceberg, he's following. He'll go for it after the Fate's Edict was up, but loses vision. And now, Chu, under the tower. Iceberg, you're caught in. He's getting tossed under the tower. Will he be able to get a kill? It looks like he might kill off Taneko, but die with his life. They do manage to get the silence on the Crystallize, and Iceberg, he's healing up. Thanks to that Purifying Flames. Are they able to get anything more? It looks like not, and Iceberg will be able to escape. No kills for either side. Taneko actually goes down while he channels it up. Crystallize, he's not able to get anything. And Iceberg, are they able to kill Crystallize? He pops his ultimate, but he's very, very low. He needs to be careful. Iceberg, he is really deep. He's getting hit up by these boars. Blizzy, they really want this Iceberg Skyroth mage. He has a TP. They do have vision for him. Just using the roar for the kill there on Blizzy. But I think it's well worth it. Bring around the Rosie in the trees. Indeed.
That's exact.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Non-quarter. Vladimir's completed. He's probably thinking about his phase boots next. He needs them as an initiator to be able to get right up in the faces of this Navi team. By the way, 7 for 7. This game's so even already just at the 10-minute mark.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But Blizzy doesn't have Roar, but it looks like he's found Misha, and he's not afraid of him. Misha actually fights you up against him, like using that Inkswell just to escape, but now no Inkswell. The board does get the slow, and now Busy with the Vlads. He's able to just hunt down Misha. There's nothing you can do on that Grimstroke. He should have run away faster and used the Stroke of Fate to get the slow off, I think. But you don't really think when you're being hunted down by a rogue Blizzy. No ultimate yet on the Skyroth. He's just leveling into this arcane built concussive shot like we usually see. And now Silent has such a rough time in every single lane. He's finally at the bottom mark. Also, he looks like he really wants to recover with his Battle Fury. But Crystallize, he's here in this bottom lane. No Midas this time. They see Silent. He leaps forward. They get the slow. So much damage coming out. But he's actually being healed up by the Purifying Flames as well as the Warcry. Are they able to kill him off in time? He blinks forward. Silent. Are they going to catch him? The Grimstroke, it looks like he died somewhere else. But now non-grata. He's going to hunt down Soneko. But with the Roar, it's not going enough. And even though you have your God Strike, it's not enough. And Crystallize, look at that. Already 3 permanent agility on him. And in this top lane, they're hunting for even more with Magical. They're just going to push this top tower. He has his hood completed. So he's feeling a tiny bit better against this damage of the Skyroth.
Has been denied. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
Yamich has his first point in natural order. That will give them some minus armor and amplify the Skyroth magic.
Invisibility.
So, Crystallize, he didn't go for his Midas. He's just going towards his straight Shadow Blade. He realizes it's not as hard a carry as last game, and the PA has such a rough time. So he can push his advantage by going for the early Shadow Blade. Beastmaster roared, still on cooldown for another 30 seconds. He's building his Necro ones, but Chu has an Invis rune. They don't have detection. Is there anyone from the side of Navi coming to work with Chu? It doesn't quite look like it. They aren't going to see... They will see him now. With that ward in the mid lane. But non Grata, he's doing fairly okay. He's building his threads, actually, and then a Blink Dagger. But no action for a tiny bit of time. Let's talk about how this game has been going. It looks like the laning phase, as we can see, fairly in favor of Navi. They're 2k ahead. And the main thing is you can see how low Silent is, even though he's #1 net worth for his team. They ganked Iceberg a bunch of times and this PA.
Middle tower is under attack.
This magical Timbersaw, I really like the build he's gone. He identified he needed a hood, and now he's also building that Yules. One of the real issues you find as a Timbersaw is people are just able to get away from you while you want to output a lot of damage. But Magical, hiding in the T's, he's revealed himself. They have the silence on Misha, and that's a lot of magic damage as well as the stun. The ultimate from Misha, I think they'll be able to kill Magical. He actually pops his stick and lives for a fair amount of time. We're getting a bit greedy there with Magical. A nice gank there from Winstrike.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They managed to catch the slow onto Taneko, but he manages to get rid of it with that quick Fortune's End channel time. But what we're really waiting for is Crystallize. Once he hits his Shadow Blade, he'll go around ganking across the map, and that's going to be a pleasure to see. We saw what happened when he got his Shadow Blade last time.
Radiant's top tower is under
Magical,
attack.
no Bloodstone, so he doesn't mind the death, other than the fact it took away his farming time. Skyroth actually building a Veil. Really interesting here. We don't see Veil on many heroes, but Sky is one of the few who it's great on. Chu also has his phase root, so he's able to close distances now. They're really hoping to catch someone out with Chu here. He's invading their jungle, but you can see the side of Winstrike are all around this dire area. So we're just going to watch Magical. He's going back for this push, but this time he isn't alone. His team is behind him. As well as Blizzy. Blizzy, he's got Hawk Vision somewhere or other. It is on cooldown, but he's just sitting behind his Timbersaw. They're ready to initiate if anyone decides to contest this, but they do not. And this is the Shadow Blade completed here on Crystallize. So they buy a bunch of smokes almost instantaneously, and I wouldn't be surprised if they meet up with Crystallize and try and make something happen. Someone's drawn a line towards the tier 3s, but I don't think that's the best idea this early on in the game. Lizzie, he has his Vlads and his Necro ones once he gets the courier. But right into Roshan, actually. They do have the Beastmaster Aura as well as the Timbersaw to tank this. The lifesteal, the Vlads mean they have enough. Using the Hawk to watch this high ground. And Chu just sitting here, defender of the Roche Pit. Do they know this is happening on the side of Winstrike? It doesn't seem like it with no responses. We're just going to watch the side of Winstrike as we watch the Roche HP fall. And it's falling really damn fast. Those boars, the Beastmaster attack speed, already level 4 in the inner beast. And that's going to be an easy Roshan for the side of Navi, putting them at a 3k advantage. And now Chu, he's trying to look for something with that haste room, but unfortunately, the side of Winstrike, they just haven't been where Navi are for ages. Navi want to fight, they're ready to fight, they have Aegis, they have Shadow Blade. Dalai Punk, you can see the configuration on my computer down below the stream, in my stream description. But Navi, they want to fight. Okay, Crystallize, he wasn't watched because that ward's on the low ground, sorry. But once he goes there, he'll realize they have a bunch of sentries. And do they have sentries? They do have sentries defending their own high ground. So they know what's up. Crystallize has the Aegis. He just wants to kill someone. He wants to make use of his Shadow Blade. And with the Roar, they should hopefully be able to get something. With Crystallize coming in, they do actually get the silence on him. Are they going to be able to kill him? He has Aegis. But luckily, they killed the Phantom just in time, and he's able to get away. As well as that kill, he has Aegis, but the rest of the team is coming in after the Aegis expires. And it looks like Winstrike, are they going to back off, or are they going to go for another one? So they just back off after that Aegis. They do have the Hawk going forward if they want to look for more for the side of Navi. They did get the kill, and they cancel the TP actually of Silent. They're now needs going to fight, but their Timber Saw coming in. So much burst damage. They almost eliminate Silent. He's used up, and it looks like Beastmaster. He was stepped up in that Grimstroke after the toss. It's not quite enough, but they do finally manage to kill the PA on this backline. They have lost Blizzy, but they are going to lose Misha right now. And there goes Misha now leaping forward even further is Crystallized. He's fighting up against Non-Grata. He eats the Avalanche. He does have a Stormbolt, but he's not able to quite get it out. And he dies to the Whirling Chain of this Timber Saw.
Double kill.
Ooh, a big fight for Navi. 4k gold advantage. They might lose the Aegis, but they managed to kill off Silent. That was a big fight. And we're going to watch this replay over here on the back lines. You see them kill off the PA. And even though he's being healed by the Warcry and the Oracle, he's not able to get away on the Grimstroke. And then Non-Grata just avalanched and dead. So, side of Navi, it looks like they've been repelled from the time being from Iceberg. But there is a DD here. I wonder if... Please point this out to the Slark. Yep. He's points it out to the Slark. Give it to Crystallize. No, Magical, please. Magical nicks the DD from his Slark, so we aren't going to get to see any DD Crystallize kills. But Crystallize actually building towards quick BKB, and I heard a silence. You're not able to do anything once you're silenced up by that Phantom with the Grimstroke. And Silent does have his Battle Fury finally completed now. And smoke up here from the side of Winstrike. The Hawk. They're not going to see. He's going to think he's fine on Blizzy because the Hawk went out. But you are not okay, sir. Silenced up as well as Stormbolt. That's an easy kill there from the side of Winstrike. And it looks like Non-Grata, he's going to try and farm these Necrobooks. That's an easy 200 gold. Did you see that? He just denied his range with his melee. That is high level plays. Now Chu, he's caught out by the stun, and they're coming. They are going forward. They managed to get the slow as well as the silent. He's eating the Veil, the Avalanche. He got it off just in time. Soneko, he's there. He gets the Fortune's End. They kill off the Phantom. And now over here, Magical. He's got Iceberg. He has his Yule Scepter, but he doesn't even need to use it. They do kill him off with those Purifying Flames. Iceberg taking a tumble. And they don't even manage to kill the Tiny. Yarmich, he's over there. They saw him go into the trees. No, I guess they didn't. So he's going to be fine. He's going to get away on this other Titan. But you do lose your mid Skyroth Mage. And with that, Crystallize, they're just pushing in. They'll take a tier 2 tower off that, I think.
This should make my life easier.
No, take that.
Gold!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Magical. He's going to tank this tower. 20 stacks of reactive armor already. And Crystallize will be the one to deal up all the damage. He has taken actually the 100 damage. Though Timbersaw hits fairly hard. And that's going to be only one tier 2 remaining in this mid lane for the side of Winstrike. Navi trying to suffocate the map. They're not that far ahead in the net worth. But at the moment they feel very in control of the map. Lizzie has an Arcane Rune. He wants to use Raw. But just the dagger spam from the Blur means he's not able to make the initiation. He's actually building the Blink Dagger after his Necro once. I really like that build. It just gives the side of Navi that instant initiation that they really need. Until the Tiny... Actually, Chu has his own Blink Dagger as well. So it seems they'll have even more follow-up for that. Sorry. So Navi are able to initiate with this Tiny if they want to. Magical Hood. He is building a Lotus Orb. So even more to dispel the silence. And you'll be able to reflect those annoying Skyroth spells back. The side of Winstrike, they're all kept together in a 5. They're kept together in that pen on this high ground. This is where we've seen them spend most of the game, it seems like. And this is the final tier 2 Magical. He hits more than hard enough to take this with the help of the Beastmaster as well as the Necrobooks.
Dire's middle tower has
So,
fallen.
next Roshan, not for at least another 3 minutes. But Smoke online,
Dire's
Blink
structures
online, they
are
really want to
fortified.
find someone. Have they seen anything?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They haven't quite caught anyone on their wards. They would have seen the bottom lane being pushed in. And now, over here, Soneko, he's on this high ground. Blizzy,
Radiant's bottom tower
They
is under
their smoke
attack.
breaks. They see Misha. We hear the blink avalanche toss. They do get the silence off, but with that right click damage, it is enough to kill off that Grimstroke and pour into the air. Not able to TP away on this Sven is Non-Grata, and that's going to be an easy another kill here for Magical. This Magical Timbersword doing work. And that's a nice 2 kills there for Navi. With that, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to push in all the lanes.
take care of this fin, right?
Yeah. Sub only chat, DK Truman. You should subscribe if you want to talk. Anyway, Silent. Is that his full BKB on the courier? No, he still doesn't have the recipe. No, he does have the recipe. But it's his full BKB here for Silent. They won't have scanned it out yet, but they leap forward on Magical. Actually, using up this Grimstroke into the air. They get off the slow, but they're not going to be able to follow up anymore. I'm curious if they saw the BKB completed on this Phantom Assassin. Whoa! DK Truman, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to Hasbaz's Halfwits. Okay, now I feel responsibility. Next time you stream, I'll subscribe to you. I've been meaning to do it for a while, DK. But over here, they've caught out Non Grata, but Oracle, he's silenced up with the Phantom. He isn't able to get off his Embrace. And meanwhile, they've even found Blizzy on this backline over here. He's taken down Chu. He's got hit. They're trying to follow up this slot. Crystallize. He is dusted up, but he makes his way to low ground. But Tiny, he's not going to be so lucky. He eats Elder Titan Earth Splitter. And with a little bit more damage, they are able to kill him. Actually, the Avalanche. But with that Arcane Bolt, it looks like that's going to be more than enough. Actually going down to the PA Dagger. And that's a 3-0 fight for the side of Winstrike. A massive win for them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But yeah, with that fight, look at this net worth. It's swinging back into the favor of Winstrike. Only a 1k gold lead for the side of Navi. Just Crystallize wasn't able to get on top of anyone. He wasn't involved in that fight at all. And they had the 5-man unit of Winstrike. Okay, Crystallize, they do see him. He should realize that he's seen. They get off the stun, but he did get off the Dark Pack just before. He even pops his BKB, the Avalanche toss. That's going to eliminate the Grizzo. Actually, he's tossed forward. And now Chu, he's dying to this silent PA. He's doing so much work. Crystallize, he isn't able to kill anyone. Oracle pops it out to himself. They have got the Raw onto his PA, and now Magical is here, but they've eliminated Crystallize. Crystallize, he's going down. They do get off the stop Yamich. He dies to a ball. Magical, he's taking a lot of damage. He doesn't manage to get himself away to a tree, but he does pop the Lotus Hole, but he's still going to die to Silent. That's a 3-for-1 fight. For the side of Winstrike. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's watch that again. Okay, so you see over here, the Slark just getting eliminated by the Skyroth Ultimate after his BKB ends. They do manage to kill the Elder Titan with the boars. But the control they have for this Timber, just all the silences and that kind of thing, and he's just not able to get away at all. And right into this Roche pit go Winstrike. Silent, he doesn't have the Desolator, but does do more than enough damage. However, they do see this for the Radiant side. If they want to buy back, and he goes in. What a nice kill there by Chu, killing off the carry, eliminating the damage. Do they still think they could do Roshan without that PA? I don't think so. What a great sacrifice there by Chu. That was such heads-up play. Look at these sentries. Navi really need to get control of these sentries. Like, you can just look at this. Here. They just wanted to make sure they had entire vision over this Slark, and he wasn't able to get away at all. Like, Crystallize in that last fight was just kited so hard. And they have no PA, and with that, Navi, they're going into the pit. The Elder Titan, he does have the Spirit. But is it going to be enough? They don't have the Beastmaster in the pit with them. He is outside the pit, giving them the Vlads. Giving them... He isn't actually close enough to give them his Inner Beast Aura. But they're streaming forward. They do have the Beastmaster zoning them. This Roche is getting pretty low. But with the Raw, the initiation here onto Elder Titan, but the Grimstroke Ultimate is a nice one here. They do, with the Oracle, manage to kill off that Elder Titan. And the Oracle ult saving Blizzy from certain doom. Actually, they buy back on the Elder Titan. But are they going to be able to do Roche? Chu gets a really nice catch, actually eliminating the Grimstroke. That's Skyroth ulti. It's not going to be quite enough. Chu, the silence removed by this Lotus Orb. Non-Grata jumping forward. He, with his God Strength, spot Blizzy. Is he going to be just fine? BKB on Crystallize. They do manage to kill off Non-Grata. No! The bash! From the PA, it saves the Sven, but not for very long. Silent, he still has his BKB. They do finally finish off Blizzy. Magical, he's trying to fight up. Silent, that's triple dagger doing a lot of work. He eats through Magical. Doesn't have many stacks of reactive, only 3 stacks. And now Crystallize, they're going into the Roche pit. They all ball back for this Winstrike side. Like, you can look at this. Look at all these buybacks used by the Winstrike side. 3 buybacks, but it's going to at least secure them, Roche. And over here, Silence, they do get the stun. It looks like Chu is going to be taking a spill to this Skyroth mage. Whew.
As if I wasn't slippery enough already.
So with that, Winstrike are now in the lead. This PA Basher, it did a lot of work in that last fight. Level 20, so he has the triple stifling daggers.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom
But
tower
worth noting out is Crystallize. He's taking his own tier 3 while they're trying to take tier 2s. And with that, they're actually even going to be saving their tier 2. It looks like they're trying to catch someone as they go back. They do have the Hawk Vision. Are they able to catch Jules? No. The blink from the Sven is going to be enough. But look at that. More than half a tower there thanks to Crystallizer's ratting. And Seneko on the high ground. You're going to be instantly burst by this Phantom Assassin.
Dominating, I guess.
They've lost Seneko and now they're trying to run back by the side of Navi. They're trying to catch forward, but Blink Dagger is still on cooldown. But thanks to the speed of that Warcry, will he be able to catch like Hero non Grata? They get the slow and a crit here onto Blizzy. He tries to pop of his roar. Nice Lotus Orb there onto Blizzy, but he's not going to be able to live for very long.
Double kill.
Crystallize, he's still sticky around actually. This Winstrike side, they seem to have pulled it together. They're just getting kill after kill, picking off every single Navi hero. Up Magical, he's the one to split push this time. Not Crystallize.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
I am not casting South America Open Qualifiers, sadly. There you go. They've leapt forward onto this Tiny, and he's going to be burst down.
Oh no.
Winstrike from kill to kill. There's no glyph for the Radiant side. They have Aegis here on Silent. He buys back on Chu, but that's a tier 3 down. And now they see where Magical is. He uses the Lotus Orb. Is he able to kill Iceberg? I don't think so. He tries to Tim Chain away, and he's going to get away. But the Silence, he doesn't care if it's reflected back onto him. They have the double Silence. That's a lot of magic damage coming out for this Timber. And the Elder Titan Stomp misses. He is veiled, but they ult himself in the air to try and dodge the stun. But they get the slow from the Grimstroke. He tries to kill Iceberg, but Silent leaping in. Silent's PA now finally online, doing so much work. He had such a rough early game. But Crystallize, they see him.
What have we
This Winstrike's side, they're just not letting up. But now, the tier 3 and the Carties are at the base of Navi. He's blurred up here on this PA, but does he want to attack towers? I don't know. Can you hit barracks without losing blur? Like you can hit creep waves? I know you can't hit towers, but I'm curious. You can hit barracks. Anyway, the side of Winstrike, they are now controlling the map. They're taking these last tier 2s with non-grata, pushing in this bottom lane. He has enough money for his BKB if he wants it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
So, everyone alive for the side of Navi. But those triple stifling daggers almost eliminating creep waves on their own. And out, he leaps forward on Grata. That's a nice stun. They have the Skyroth ulti, and that just eliminates Magical from the fight. He gets a roar off onto the Skyroth, but they have the Grimstone install. And Blizzy, he has to be saved thanks to that Oracle ultimate. Non-Grata, though, he's still trying to kill him through the Oracle ultimate. And the triple dagger does so much work. Magical, he's cut up. He had to buy back for that. Blizzy, he didn't survive through the Oracle ultimate. And Crystallize, he uses the BKB, but the Elder Titan Earth Splitter doing so much work, just zoning them back. And now they're just taking racks. Is there anything the side of Navi can do? They're grouped together here. They have to do something unless they're going to lose one lane after another. That's the first melee racks for Winstrike, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go middle right off this. Blizzy has no buyback. Are they just going to let this happen for the side of Navi? It looks like they have no intention of fighting. But leap forward, the Scar with ulti again. The Hex, it just allows him to eliminate the Slug. He has no buyback on Crystallize. He has no buyback on Magical after he falls here with that dagger. And that's GG. Winstrike taking this series to a 1-1. Just getting even more kills to rub it. Still in the wound. Wow, Winstrike brought that game from the edge. It looks like Navi had the advantage for most of it. But you can just see a few bad fights and everything going Winstrike's way. So, thank you very much everyone who's tuned in for game number 2 of this best of 3. I am your caster, Hasbaz, and welcome to my channel. Feel free to support me by dropping me a follow, or you can subscribe to me if you're feeling that crazy. You can use your Twitch Prime, or if you just want to throw money at me, I have a donation button. If you enjoy what I'm doing here and you want to join our small little community, we also have a Discord. And if you miss any of my streams, I'm uploading all the cool games to my YouTube channel. But until then, we get into game number 3. I am going to leave you guys with some music. But thank you very much for everyone who has tuned in so far.